three, day three of the Builder series, Turnover Tuesday. Notice how I have names for every single day of the week. You'll get that gist of it. Why do you need employees? So I thought when I started my business, it was going to be just me. I don't have to worry about anybody else. I left a business that I was in charge of people. I got sick of it, burned out, didn't ever want a person. So when I first started my window cleaning business, I took odd jobs in flooring. I love flooring. My cat is going to be here. I'm going to toss him off to the side. I'm not going to kick the cat, but I'll toss him down because he's a bothersome little cat. Or maybe I'll just let him come into the picture and sit on my lap. But I thought I wasn't ever going to have employees. It was just going to be me. That's all I had to worry about. Well, anyway, I took a job to do somebody's flooring. And I was there with I think at the time then he would have been 8 years ago. Josh would have been 13 years old. He was helping me with my flooring job. He was packing, stacking boxes and stuff like that. And I was tapping down with my hand. It was LVP flooring. And a pain shot through my arm. And I had a 30-second realization that if something happened to me, nothing happened in my business. Not a single thing. The thought in 30 seconds, I had the enlightenment. It felt like everything flashed before my eyes of that there wasn't anything I could do. And I felt completely helpless. Completely helpless. So I'm like, I have to have employees. I have to get employees. I have to do this because I have to have, as Brandon Fawn, as I started listening to Josh and Brandon and everything, he goes, the bus factor. What is the bus factor? The bus factor of 1. I get hit by a bus, my business was gone. So that is the reasoning by employees. Now, you can have a lifestyle business that is absolutely awesome. It's just you. You work when you want to. You make good money. Kind of having a job. But you can do really, really well with that. And if that works for you, that's perfectly fine. I wanted more bus factor of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like right now, I am taking the week off. Now, is everything smoothly running? Am I absolutely doing nothing? No. I still answer the phone. I still talk to the people. I'm still doing emails at 4 o'clock in the morning. But I don't have to be there. And that's a big thing. That's enlightening. Do I get frustrated with leading from afar? Of course. I'm a hands-on person, but I'm learning how to do that. And now we get to the gist of it. How do you train employees? What is your process of training employees? I found that a shock collar actually works really, really good. Just like a dog, if you put a shock collar on somebody and you zap them when something goes wrong, okay, probably not doing the shock collar. But what I found is dangling a carrot is so much easier to do and more fun to do than just 100% slapping their hand every time they do something wrong. You need a little bit of both. But what we did this year, and I've been talking about it for like 12 years, have a compensation program that worked. And it's not perfect. It's paid for performance. It is all percentage based. We track everything. We track how much revenue they do. We split it up. They're classified into like 4 tiers of like the top one gets this percentage, the bottom one gets this percentage. Then we break out 90% of what we can spend for the job and then take 10% as bonuses. And then the 10% in bonuses goes negative because that's how we train people. That's how their pay gets taken out of. Any major screw-ups or anything get taken out of their bonus pool. And they can see all of this. And we show it to them. And we go to their hourly rate per pay period. We have weekly meetings. We talk about the meetings. We talk about what they made. And we find out goals from them. And again, albeit it's not perfect, but we've seen a shift in our guys that is for the best. They are motivated. We had one guy make $49 an hour, another guy make 46. The lowest guy made 24. Now, let that sink in that all of these guys were making $18 to $21 before this. I had to talk with them about it. Why does it mean why did you go slow last year? Why did we not make out great money last year? Well, probably two reasons. Why would they? When you're paying somebody hourly and the promise of maybe having a bonus, it creates a culture of slow people. Always talking about how I need my 40 hours. So if they work 30, they went faster, and your company made more money, you made more money. That didn't benefit them at all. So coming up with a system that benefits your employees will allow them to do more than just get a paycheck. You also have to give them ownership of something. So I'm trying to train this as every guy get it is you're the owner of your own little business inside of us. You're the owner of your truck. Your truck has a goal. The truck actually, if you're not working, the truck still gets money. If you've trained somebody to do it and you have a helper and they're not working, do they get a percentage of that job? No, but their truck is a goal that they're going to move forward, and that helps with the bonus program. So it's all, if anybody would love to talk about, I love talking about this stuff. I love talking about business. So yeah, just reach out to me. But as you're training people, try, and again, we're not perfect, but don't just teach them what to do. Teach them why it matters, why this happens. And that's the biggest thing I've seen with weekly meetings. They're 20-minute sprint meetings. And show you the spreadsheet that we use. Go through it fairly fast. We talk about the schedule for the week. And then they ask questions. Some are going to be me. Some are going to be enlightening and say, hey, I want to help other people. Never saw that coming with one of our guys. We talk about goals for them. What is some goal that they want? I used to have these conversations, but never truly documented it so that we'd go over it every single week. One guy wants a car. We're telling them every week, visualize a car. What car do you want? How much you willing to spend? How much you doing this? What are you saving for? Another guy wants to pay off his car. Again, younger guys, younger decisions. One guy just says, how can I make more money? Albeit, that doesn't matter. That's his goal. That's what he wants to do. How can he get his callbacks down to 15 per year? Just all sorts of things like that. Talk to him about leadership positions. So sometimes incentives, they don't have to be super big. They just have to be real. So this is just where, again, growing up as a Gen Xer, do as I say, not as I do, doesn't fit well with today's kids, workers, and everything like that. Because if you do something, it's not going to end well if you expect them to do something different. If I kept my truck, if I had a truck, or I used the truck and it comes back and it's trashed and it's dirt everywhere, how can I expect them to take care of it? So, with that being said, Turnover Tuesday is all about your employees. So, take the time to maybe write down or come up with something. Maybe thank one of your employees this week. That's what I ask of you. Thank your employee. It's all that matters. And that's it for today. Tomorrow, I should be camping, even though it looks like weather's not going to necessarily cooperate. I'm pretty sure I'm going camping. I can use a camper for 2 nights, and then we have to tent it for the rest of it. Thank you, Jen, who is also an employee, my sister-in-law. And yes, you'll see me camping. It might be raining tomorrow when I'm outside shivering in the rain, but I will be there for Win It Wednesday. Take care, everybody, and I look forward to see you. Please sign up below or give me some comments. Let me know your thoughts about Turnover Tuesday or any of the other ones. All the recaps get posted later on in the day for YouTube. Watch them. Tell me I'm a rambling, goofy son of a gun, but join our accountability group. David's waiting for another person in his group. We're going to be starting next week our bi-weekly meetings to talk about struggles, and I'll fill in you more about David. Talk to you guys later. Bye. And slow connection will not allow me to stop. There we go. Have a great